find somewhere to shelter out of the wind because it is a bit breezy up here. So I'm back out again, and hopefully there'll be something on one of the fields. I'm going to have a go on the Roman field behind me. If that doesn't produce, I'm going to walk across to a smaller one, have a go on there for an hour or so, and then head across to another one if that doesn't produce. So I've got lots of choices, and I've probably got another dozen fields to choose from if I wanted to. So the winter sun is blinding. It's blowing really hard up here. The wind is really strong, so I'm literally sheltering out of the way. Forgot the sound gear, so that could be fun. But if I find anything, it'll be nice to have a new video put out. I haven't done one for a little while, and if it's decent, you'll see it. So onwards and upwards, and if I find anything, I'll see you soon. So one of the things that annoys me when I'm out detecting, especially in the high winds, is when your machine blows over. You sit it on top of your shovel or your spade, and the wind takes it over. So they sell online these like pinpointer clips that you can just clip onto your machine, and it holds your pinpointer. Strap it on, bolt it up, away you go. I've adapted that slightly, so mine's there, look, just there. So it's velcroed on. The rubber sort of insert bit goes around your machine, and this bit, watch this, sits directly onto the handle of your shovel. No more blowing away. Sometimes my genius scares me. Anyway, the fields are looking all right. We've had a monumental amount of rain over the last couple of days, and I'm expecting it to be claggy as hell. But we'll give it a go and see how we get on. So we're going to have to put up with the long shadows today and the sun behind me, because it's obviously winter and blowing a hoolie up here. So this was a 17, this is hole number 3. The first one was a piece of wire. The second one disappeared completely, which I did give up on. Wasn't very good anyway. And this is a tiny little 17, so let's see what this is. It wasn't much of a signal, but it was a signal. Where are we looking? It's in my hand. Shut up, pinpointer. Where are we? Is it a tiny bit of lead? Yeah, it is. Well, it's not even that small. I mean, you know, I've done this field to death. Me and a couple of mates, we've been on this field for a couple of 3 years now, and still missing stuff that size. It just shows you there's still stuff to be found. It's crazy. So I'm on about signal number 5, I think. So we're just down here. It's in this clump here. It's coming up as a 50 on the Manticore. So let's have a look. It's always interesting to do it live. Well, I thought it was in there. No, maybe not. 1 second. I'll pause you and get back to you. Well, I was in the right place. I think it's in here. It still seems to be eluding me for a 50 signal. Oh, there we go. It's in here. Right, okay, so whatever it is in my hand. And in this clump. A little coin ball, or a little ball of some sort for some reason. Well, it's round and flat. That's a good start. I think we got our first Roman of the day. At 50, that should be in reasonable condition. Let's have a look. Let's give it a clean off. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be quite nice. Well, no, maybe not. It's definitely a Roman. Definitely 4th century. Let's just give it a clean off on the glove. There's not a lot of damage going to be caused to that. There's not a lot left of it, but especially when you drop it back in the hole. But yeah, there we go. First coin of the day. A little Roman. Minim. Probably dating around about 320, 360, something like that. But see how thin it is. Look at that. And that rang up as a 50. Like I say, still stuff to be found. So we're on to another one. This is going up as a 30, and I'm about, well, you can see, that's where the Roman coin was. So maybe 12 foot away. So we'll see what happens here. Somewhere in here, hiding, is a 30. It's definitely hiding. Oop. According to that, it's not out yet. There it is on the side. Hopefully. It's in that handful. Yeah, it is. Let's have a look, see what we've got, shall we? Still hiding well. In this hand. Just bring the camera up slightly. So you and I can see, there we go. There's a little button. Yeah, a little domed button. There we go. Nothing spectacular. But look at the shape of it. Celtic coin all day long. But not with that button shank on the back. Never mind. On to the next. There it is. It's on my hand, wherever it is. It's on the pinpoint. Oh, let's turn that off. I can see something. I don't know if you can. See something there. Oh, I think we just knocked it off. Because that was shiny and silver. There it is. Is that it? Yeah. There it is again. Look. Well, that looks like a tiny, tiny, tiny broken hammered. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Oh, detector's decided to fall down. Oh yeah, that's definitely a hammered. Wow. Okay, so that puts me on 22 for the year. But yeah, that's definitely a broken hammered. Happy days. It's not going to win any beauty contests or rewrite any record books, but it's definitely a hammered. And that's what happens when you don't clip it on. You need to clip that onto your shovel. Well, it's been an absolute age since I've had a decent target. I've walked 3/4 of the field, and I've just got an 11 down here somewhere. There we go, in here. There's something green there, look. Is that a buckle? Yes, it is. That's nice. Is there a pin? Oh, looks like we've got a pin as well. Let's just bring the camera up a little bit. There we go. Right, so a little spectacle buckle with the iron pin still intact. Is it iron? I don't think it is actually. Oh, the pin still moves. That's great. I mean, it's a tiny little thing. You can see how claggy the mud is. It's an absolute nightmare today. Yeah, tiny little post-medieval buckle. Let's get rid of that. Let's get the brush out. Let's give it a quick wipe off without damaging it. Just push the mud through. There we go, look at that beauty. Nice little design in the centre of it. Let's get a bit closer. Look at that, lovely. Little spectacle buckle. Should be called a figure of 8 buckle really, but spectacle buckle is its name. I just love the fact the pin is still there, albeit really worn out, which is obviously why it dropped off in the first place. A little bit of copper wrapped around the middle to act as the pin. And it still moves after what? 400 or 500 years. That's great. On to the next. Actually, before I move on from this buckle, I just want to do a little review on this spade by Unearthed. I bought it middle of last year, and I've got to say it is fantastic. It weighs next to nothing. It's like literally probably less than a kilo. It's a ridiculous amount of weight to it, and it's so strong. They say don't use it as a lever, but I mean this soil today, as you can see, is like, it's clay, it's horrible, and it pops through this like nobody's business. It cuts through grass like it's just butter, and it just is so light, so versatile, and I use it for everything. Even on rocky ground I've used it for that as well, because it gets between the rocks on this small point. I mean, it's only like, what, 4 inches across, but it's a fantastic tool. And if anyone's thinking of getting a lightweight all-purpose shovel or spade, get this one from Team Unearthed. It is fantastic. CKG at Unearthed. It's about 65 quid, but it's well worth it. So, up in the wind, the next signal come up as a 26 in this hole. I think we're out. Yep, we're out. Just there somewhere. 26 is always a nice number. It's right in the hammered territory. Let's get the camera up a little bit. It's well hidden, whatever it is. What is that? Oh, there's something round there, look. Oh, that feels thin. That feels thin. Okay, let's get you in the sun. Oh, is it again? Yes, it is. It's another hammered. Sorry, Eddie. That's 2 for today. Let's get some water on this one. Some deionized water. Give it a spray off and freeze my thumb and finger. It looks like a lizzie or something. It's hard to get this camera to be in the right place and to be able to see what I'm doing as well, so forgive me for that. Oh no, looking at that, it could be a Charles actually. Come on. Right, let's put that down. Let's give it a little dampen off. Oh, it's nice, a Lizzie Penny, that's nice. Ooh. Oh, I'm happy with that. I've not actually had one of these before. So that's quite a nice coin from the 1590s. Yeah, Elizabeth Penny. Look at that. So let's put that away. So I can get you a better close-up of it. There we go. That's hammered number 2 for the day. Put me on 23 for the year now. But I'm really happy with that one. That'll clean up lovely. Solid silver, dating from around about 1590 something. Yeah. You can see the rose, or the thistle on the back, on the shield, I think it is. And then a rose on that side for England, and the shield. And then obviously the thistle on that side rather for Scotland. So Elizabeth Penny. Lovely. I'm really happy now. So I've gone about 40 yards from the hammered, which was just over there. Just over there, I don't want to show you too much. And I've just had this down here in that hole. It's come up at a 26 as well. And it's a strap end, medieval strap end. Copper alloy. The terminals on these usually, or sometimes, have like stylized zoomorphic animal heads on them. This one I don't think does, it's just a blob. I don't know, maybe. It's hard to tell, but maybe that's a dragon head, but who knows? Maybe I'm looking and seeing stuff that I want to see. But that, you can see where the pin was that held the leather. So a piece of leather would have come along here, sat inside there. Another piece of brass or copper alloy would have squeezed the two together, and it would have been hammered shut to hold it all together. That's quite early, that one. It probably dates before that last coin, but around the time of the first hammered coin I found, the little part broken one. It's a very personal item, and I love finding these. I've not had one in absolute years. I mean years. I've been detecting 35 years, and I don't have that many strap ends. That's lovely. So yeah, lovely piece of leather across there, across to a buckle, a bit like the one we found, and it would have looped round, pushed through, and tied on. Well, yeah, usually tied on. I don't think the buckle would have had that many holes in it usually, but that's lovely. I like that. That's really nice. Medieval strap end. Probably the best part of, I don't know, between 6 and probably 800 years old, that one. I like that. So I realise some people may not actually know what it is I'm doing in the middle of a field. But basically, I use this machine, swing it around a little bit, and try and find some metal objects buried in the ground. Now, just down here with my footprints, you hear there's one in front of me. So that then gives obviously the audible tone. The number tells me how conductive it is, and then on the display sometimes you get like a little dot that tells you whether it's worth digging or not. It does say that's quite messy, but as you're there, we'll do a live dig and see what it is. You don't always get lucky, but sometimes it's silver or gold. Generally, it's trash. But this is what we do, and then you just fill the hole back in, make it good for the farmer, and he's happy. I'm actually going to leave that one because it's going to be iron. The tones are all over the place. So we'll fill that back in, let them crops regrow, just clean the shovel off, and then we'll hit on to the next one. So that is metal detecting. So it is worth just noting that off the back of that last little clip, you do need permission to go out and use the machine. Off the farmer or the council, wherever you live in, or whatever it is on the beach, you still need permission. So anyway, hole down here, big enough to put a pond liner in, but it's just there. Look. I think it's a Roman coin. It is a Roman coin. Can't see an awful lot on it, but there is some detail. Oh, that wind is so cold. There we go. There's definitely a bust on there, a head of one of the emperors. I don't know who exactly. And there's a little bit of something on the back as well. So that coin is 2,000 years old. Definitely something on there. But what it is, I'm not quite sure. However, for the first time in 2,000 years, the emperor is seeing some daylight. Look at that, amazing. 2,000 years. Or just under. It's probably dates from around about 320, 360. Look at that one again. So it'll be Constantine or one of his sons. So yeah, another nice little missed coin from this same area on my Roman field. Alright, so that is me done and back to the car. I just sort of take the opportunity to show you what you don't see, what gets dug, the things I don't film, and you'll see why. To get the you know, 6, 7, 8 things in there that are half decent, the buckle, the strap end, the Roman coins, the nice button, yeah, and the 2 hammers on the other nice little button which fell off, which is there, and whatever that is. I mean, that I don't know what that is. Maybe a pin of some sort. It had a suspension loop at the top, as you can see. Don't know what it is. Is it an old knitting needle, sewing needle? Who knows? Anyway, it's made of copper alloy, so it's quite hard. But look at that you don't have to see and sit through me recording all the crap that I have to dig. From cow tags to shotgun cartridges to buttons, lead bullets, you know, just tarpaulin rings, just things you never want to see. That part of like a skillet or a cauldron, probably post-medieval. These are the worst things. Middle of shotgun cartridges, absolute nightmare. You know, threaded pipe, a big washer or a dial center or something. But yeah, who wants to see that? You don't want to see that. You want to see the good shiny stuff. And there's my good shiny stuff. 2 hammers for the day. I'm happy with that. And I'll see you on the next video. A couple of Romans, a couple of buttons. Yeah, not too bad, but I love that strap end. That's great. But they're the stars of the show. 2 hammers. Thanks for watching. So I was just thinking about that the second hammered coin I found. I didn't think at the time it was right for an Elizabeth, but I just carried on anyway. Carried on talking, and it's actually James I, and it's a half groat, so it's a 2 pence, and dates from around about 1603, I think it would be, somewhere around about then. So yeah, it was just the fact that it had a thistle on it that I thought it might have been Mary Queen of Scots or something, which is a bit of a brain fart. But yeah, it's definitely James I, and it's definitely a half groat, so it's quite nice. Value wise, somewhere between 50 and 100 pounds now, I suppose. But at the time, you would have been pretty miffed that you'd lost that. That would have been buying you quite a lot of beer. So anyway, that's what it was. A little update on that coin. So yeah, I can get it wrong. Never mind. Right, it's a half broke, not a Lizzie penny.